You've heard the phrase, right? I'll sleep when I'm dead. It sounds cool. It sounds like something a billionaire tech mogul would say while launching a rocket into space. But here is the brutal truth that nobody tells you in those motivational grind set videos. If you adopt the "I'll sleep when I'm dead" mentality, you're gonna get there a lot faster. And worse, while you are alive, you're gonna be operating with a brain that is essentially drunk. Today, we aren't just talking about getting some rest. We are going to destroy the myth that sleeping less makes you successful. We are going to look at the neuroscience of your brain, the economics of your focus, and I'm going to give you a step-by-step protocol to hack your sleep so you can study less but learn more. If you are between 15 and 25 and you feel constantly tired, anxious, or unable to focus on a single page of a textbook, this video is going to save your life. Let's dive in. Let's talk about your schedule. You have school or university. You have assignments. You maybe have a side hustle or a part-time job. And of course, you have your phone, the black hole of doom scrolling that steals 3 hours of your night without you even noticing. There's a massive cultural pressure right now on your generation. You see influencers saying, "While you sleep, I grind." So logically, you think, okay, sleep is downtime. Sleep is a waste of time. To be productive, I need to cut sleep. But this is an economic fallacy. Imagine you are a race car driver. Sleep is the pit stop. If you skip the pit stop to save time, your tires will blow out on the next lap and you will crash. When you stay up until 3 a.m. studying for an exam, you think you are adding information to your brain. But biologically, you're trying to fill a bucket that has a giant hole in the bottom. Here's a scary statistic for you. Matthew Walker, a professor of neuroscience and psychology, basically the wizard of sleep, found that if you stay awake for 19 hours, your cognitive impairment is equal to someone who is legally drunk. Would you take a calculus exam after doing 4 shots of tequila? No. Then why are you taking it on 4 hours of sleep? It's the same result in your brain. Okay, let's get nerdy for a second, but I promise to keep it simple. We need to understand why we sleep. It's not just to recharge energy, it's much more active than that. Your sleep has cycles. It's not one long block of blackness, it's a roller coaster. First, you have deep sleep. Imagine this is the construction crew. This happens mostly in the first half of the night. This is when your body repairs muscles, strengthens your immune system, and this is crucial, cleans the brain. During the day, your brain cells burn energy and produce waste, specifically a sticky protein called beta amyloid. If this stuff builds up, it kills your focus and long-term is linked to Alzheimer's disease. When you enter deep sleep, a system called the Glymphatic System kicks in. Your brain cells literally shrink by 60% to create space, and your cerebral spinal fluid rushes through like a power washer, flushing out all that toxic gunk. If you sleep 5 hours instead of 8, the janitors don't finish the job. You wake up with a dirty brain. That's that brain fog feeling. Then we have REM sleep, rapid eye movement. This happens mostly in the second half of the night, closer to morning. This is the therapy and creativity session. REM is where your brain processes emotions and connects unrelated ideas. This is why you sometimes wake up with the solution to a problem you couldn't solve the night before. But here's the catch. Since REM happens mostly in the last 2 hours of an 8-hour sleep, if you wake up after 6 hours to study more, you aren't just losing 25% of your sleep. You're losing almost 60 to 90% of your REM sleep. You're literally deleting the save button of your memory. Let's talk specifically to the students and the learners here. There's a part of your brain called the hippocampus. Think of it like the RAM in your computer or a USB stick. It's where you store temporary memories, names, dates, formulas. But the hippocampus has a limited capacity. Once it's full, you cannot learn anything new. The information just bounces off. How do you empty the USB stick? You sleep. Specifically, during stage 2 non-REM sleep, there are these things called sleep spindles. Imagine sleep spindles are like high-speed data transfer cables. They move memories from the temporary storage, hippocampus, to the permanent hard drive, the cortex. If you pull an all-nighter to cram for a test, your USB stick is full. You might read the page 5 times, but nothing is sticking. You're wasting your time. Research shows that students who sleep a full 8 hours after studying recall about 20 to 30% more information than those who don't. That's the difference between a B and an A+, literally just by closing your eyes.
Okay, enough theory. You're convinced. You want to sleep. But maybe you're saying, hey, I try to sleep, but I just stare at the ceiling, or I wake up tired anyway. Sleeping is a skill, and like any skill, you can optimize it. Here is the ultimate science-backed protocol to fixing your sleep. Grab a pen. Step 1. Light is the key. Your body has an internal clock called the circadian rhythm. It's controlled by light. The single most important thing you can do for better sleep happens in the morning, not at night. You need to view sunlight within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up. Why? Because sunlight hits the cells in your eyes, melanopsin ganglion cells for the nerds out there, and triggers a cortisol spike. This wakes you up and starts a timer. It tells your brain, okay, in about 14 to 16 hours, release melatonin, the sleep hormone. Get 5 to 10 minutes of sun. Through a window doesn't count. The glass filters too much light. Go outside. If it's cloudy, stay out for 20 minutes. Just do it. Step 2. The caffeine curfew. We all love caffeine, but caffeine has a quarter life of about 12 hours. This means if you drink a coffee at noon, a quarter of that caffeine is still buzzing around your brain at midnight. Caffeine works by blocking adenosine. Adenosine is the chemical that makes you feel sleepy, sleep pressure. Caffeine doesn't remove the sleepiness, it just hides it. When the caffeine wears off, crash. The rule? No caffeine 8 to 10 hours before bed. If you sleep at 11 p.m., stop drinking coffee by 1 p.m. Switch to water or decaf. Step 3. Temperature control. Your body needs to drop its core temperature by about 2 to 3 degrees Fahrenheit to initiate sleep. If your room is too hot, your body can't cool down. Aim for a bedroom temperature around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. It feels cold, I know, but pile on the blankets if you need to. A cold room plus warm blanket equals hibernation mode. Step 4. The digital sunset. You knew this was coming. Screens. Blue light suppresses melatonin, but it's not just the light, it's the dopamine. Checking Instagram or TikTok keeps your brain in a state of alertness and seeking. It's the opposite of relaxation. The rule: no screens 1 hour before bed. But what do? I hear you cry. Read a physical book, journal, draw, meditate, talk to your family, stare at a wall. Anything is better than the phone. Step 5. The 10-3-2-1-0 method. If you want a simple formula to remember all this, use the 10-3-2-1-0 rule. 10 hours before bed, no more caffeine. 3 hours before bed, no more food or alcohol. Digestion disrupts deep sleep. 2 hours before bed, no more work or studying. Let the brain cool down. 1 hour before bed, no screens. 0, the number of times you hit the snooze button in the morning. Never hit snooze. Snooze creates sleep inertia. It confuses your brain into starting a new sleep cycle that you won't finish, leaving you groggier than if you just got up. I can hear some of you screaming at the screen. You don't understand. I have finals. I have a job. I physically don't have time for 8 hours. I get it. Life is chaotic. But listen to me. Sleep is an investment, not a cost. If you sleep 6 hours, it might take you 4 hours to finish an assignment because your focus is drifting. If you sleep 8 hours, your brain is sharp, your dopamine is reset, and you might finish that same assignment in 2 hours with higher quality. You actually gain time by sleeping because you become more efficient. And let's talk about mental health. The link between sleep deprivation and anxiety and depression is undeniable. The amygdala, the fear center of your brain, becomes 60% more reactive when you are sleep deprived. Everything feels worse when you are tired. A bad grade feels like the end of the world. A weird comment from a friend feels like a betrayal. Sleep is your emotional armor. If you want to be mentally tough, sleep. So, let's wrap this up. We live in a society that sells you the idea that burnout is a badge of honor. They sell you energy drinks and pills to keep you awake, and then pills to help you sleep. Don't buy into the hype. True high performers, athletes like LeBron James, CEOs who actually sustain their success, brilliant scientists, they prioritize recovery. Your brain is the most powerful supercomputer on the planet, but it needs to charge. If you want to dominate your exams, sleep. If you want to be happier, sleep. If you want to live longer, sleep. It is the most productive thing you can do today. Tonight, try it. Put the phone away, cool the room down, close your eyes, and let the janitors in your head get to work. If this video helped you realize why you've been feeling like a zombie, do me a favor, smash that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm wake up just like sunlight helps you. And if you want more science-backed guides on how to hack your life, your brain, and your productivity, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss the next class. Comment below. What is your biggest sleep enemy? Is it your phone, your homework, or just revenge bedtime procrastination? I read all the comments. Go get some rest. I'll see you in the next one.